Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Oh, hey, look, it's a GoBot.
You suck.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at a Transformers Cyberverse figure. It's an, what do they call these things? The Action Attackers Sky Surge Jetfire, and I've never seen this figure on the shelf. I found him at my local Walmart. It was, I don't know, the deluxe price, about $16. And, you know, this is the first time I think I've seen a deluxe Skyfire, or Jetfire, whatever you want to call him, and looks pretty decent. So I'm interested to see what he's like. Most of the Cyberverse figures are kind of hit or miss, so this one definitely looks interesting. I like the look of it from the go, so let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Jetfire in the packaging, and it's the same kind of artwork we've been getting on the Cyberverse figures here. We get this cool Autobot logo with the energy kind of wrapping around it. It says Cyberverse, Power of the Spark, Transformers. We get the artwork of Jetfire, or Skyfire, up there. It says Sky Surge Jetfire at the bottom, and then some of the other action attackers right there on the side. So just kind of a close-up. There's the artwork. There he is. Looking all kinds of cool, and then here are some action attackers. And then back of the package, it's got a vehicle robot, how the function works. His function is a mighty air guardian. Ooh. Doesn't that sound lovely? So yeah, looking pretty cool. Definitely dig that. Always love a good Jetfire figure. So there it is. Here are the other figures in the wave. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Jetfire out of box and see what we think. So here we have Jetfire out of the packaging, and this is an okay toy. It's not great, but it's not bad. I will say, first things first, the plastic on this is a lot better than the Drift figure. It does not feel very thin and cheap to me, which is kind of nice, but it's also missing a lot of paint applications. This is basically just a white figure with a little bit of blue, gray, and red, which is a bit disappointing. At least Drift had a lot more paint apps on him, but Jetfire, I guess, is mostly a white figure, but I'd like to see at least a little bit more red paint around the legs and the arms and the wings here. It just would have brought a little bit more out in the toy. Now, as far as articulation goes, his head moves back and forth. He's got a ball joint on his upper arm. There's a single joint at the elbow there, nothing at the waist. He kicks that far forward. He doesn't kick much back at all because of his backpack. The legs do kick out really, really far. He's got a single joint at the knee right there. And then there is a little heel articulation in the back, but that is for transformation, and well, that's about it as far as the articulation goes on this guy. Now, his play gimmick is kind of cool. It reminds me of Prowl, where you get these guns that come up over the shoulder here, but I think it's built a little bit better. It's not as spring-loady as some of the other ones. You're going to lift this up, and it's just a plastic hinge joint right here, and then you're going to pull this up over like this, and then press it down, and these two panels will pop out. Let's see if I can get it to work on camera here. There we go. Boop, like that. So yeah, these kind of flip open. They don't have a lot of spring load to them, which I guess is fine. It does what it does, and I think it would have been cooler if these were translucent blue than just painted. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If I can get these to close there we go. So let's do it one more time. Bloop, there you go. So yeah, there's the gimmick, and then you just fold that back, and then plug that back onto his back, and there it is. Not a bad play gimmick. It works. and, you know, it makes sense for the character. So taking a closer look at Jetfire here, I like the sculpt on the figure. It looks like the character, not only kind of G1 version, but of course the Cyberverse version. Love the Autobot logo, the blue windshield there, the dark blue crest on his head, silver paint. I wish the guns on his wings had some red paint. It would have made it pop out a little bit more. We get the nice red stripes on the wings on the back, which looks nice, and then his jetpack are the classic kind of red, rocket boosters that we normally get. The wings, though, kind of remind me something off of a commercial jet, which I don't know if that's what they were going for, but, I mean, it works. It looks like Jetfire. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, we got our jetpack. There we got white rocket boosters. That should have been gray, I think. The sculpt is okay. Again, it's a lot of white on the robot here, which is a bit unfortunate. You know, I wish we would have got a little bit more color patterns, but it is what it is, I guess. It looks okay. It looks like Jetfire, and it's a smaller scale little kids version, so I guess it works. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, we get the gray heels, which works. We get some silver paint apps on his toes. I kind of wish those wings there on his legs folded back and have a little bit of red paint apps on the forelegs. Again, just a little bit too white. Now, the back of the figure is very gappy for real no reason at all, mainly to save money, I would guess, because it has nothing to do with the transformation. But I will say the heels allow the figure to stand very well. For comparison, here we have Jetfire with his wave mate Drift, and while he's lacking in paint applications compared to Drift, I think this is a better toy. It feels a lot more solid in your hand, and I don't know. I like the gimmick a little bit better than I do Drift, but that's because I knew what I was getting into on the back of the package compared to the Drift toy. So here we have Jetfire in his jet mode, and it's not too bad. I mean, it looks like the jet for the most part. I wish that these guns were painted red. I do like the front of the jet. I think that looks cool. He's got these classic kind of rocket boosters back here. But the problem is the feet kind of block those. These should have folded down instead of the, you know, the bottom or the backs of the feet folded up. I think that would have been better. And the other goofy thing is it's like he's grabbing his ankles. We have some robot kibble underneath. But for the most part, it's not too bad. Now, what is goofy is that his gimmick does not work in this mode. You would think you would be able to flip it up like this, but it does not work that way. In fact, look, it's wanting to come untransformed. What you can do, I suppose, is hit the little buttons underneath here to make those pop out, and then you can put them back down, and there he is with his little blasts. But I don't know, it's kind of goofy. It seems like of all the toys that this gimmick should work both in the jet and the robot mode, which is a bit disappointing. But, I mean, overall, I mean, it looks like Jetfire, and that's pretty darn cool, I will say, for a little deluxe figure. So is the Transformers Cyberverse Jetfire something that you want in your Transformers collection? Well, again, if you collect the Cyberverse figures, you're probably going to want to pick this up. If you're a Jetfire completist, you might want to pick him up. I will say he's a better figure than the Drift figure. It feels a lot more sturdy in your hands. I think it's missing a lot of paint applications. It could have been done a little bit better in that arena. A good customizer could make this figure pop out a little bit more. It's a pretty fun figure. I do like the play gimmick. I think it's built pretty well, and it's going to survive a lot of play by kids. But quite frankly, if I'm looking for a smaller scale Jetfire, especially in this price range, I think the Cyber Battalion one from Walgreens, definitely better. But for better or for worse, there he is, Jetfire from Transformers Cyberverse.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.